I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
Okay, what was potentially the luckiest round of Two Truths, One Lie last week? I now need to serve up some statements and I suppose wish you luck, because I used up a lot in one go there, didn't I?
You used up a lot of luck last time. Yeah, indeed. There was no knowledge or skill went into that.
No. I think if I'm trying to get any smugness out of it, of just going, well, actually, there was a hint of logic around that Corvette one, but it was completely the wrong gist. But,
yeah, you chose the correct one, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Let's hope luck is on my side.
Well, we'll see. Because there are outside forces at play in this one.
Oh, there are.
Oh yes.
And it is a force to be reckoned with, as we know.
It is. So, as we've previously had, you've dished up some statements for me from contributed by one of our dear listeners. This is another set from the same listener. Phil has kindly provided me with 3 statements to bamboozle you with.
Yes, he fed us both with a set, didn't he? And I used mine a few weeks ago. So
yeah.
Yes,
I thought it only fair to use up the ones that he gave me to hopefully for you and make the scores remain at 11-9, but we shall see.
Well, that would be lovely. That would be the ones I tried on you failed because you got it right. So
yes.
Let's see if these are a little more tricky.
Yes, because of the alpha, wasn't it? That he's like, how on earth did you know that? And it's like, well, it all transpired that I even showed you the photo the other week, actually, didn't I? Of the one I saw in person with the little information board next to it telling us all about said gearbox.
Such bad luck, but that's the tricky bit about this game, because we both have heads full of useless information.
Oh yes.
Whatever we come up with, there's a chance that the other one will just know it, and there's nothing you can do to combat that.
That's very true. So, well, we could be in the same situation now, but I just don't know. I just don't know.
Just don't know. Well, there's only one way to find out.
So last week, the 3 that you gave me were big uns, weren't they?
They were quite long and detailed. Yes.
Phil's gone short and sweet, which I don't mind at all. That's
all right.
That's all right. And I think it's, considering it's been a week. And everyone's a bit used up and tired. I think short and sweet for the brain to process really wouldn't hurt. So,
no, it wouldn't. It's less note taking, which is always a good thing. So
it means I can dictate very slowly, very clearly, and not for too long.
Yes.
So statement number 1. Oh, I should have asked. Sorry, are you poised? Do you have a notepad or electronic version of said notepad?
I do. I have a receptacle.
Perfect.
So yes, indeed, I am poised with my number 1.
Okay, good. Number 1. Chrysler built a car in the 1960s that could run on tequila.
Yeah, probably.
Question is, did they mean to?
Yes, exactly. How did they find that out? In a summer trip to Mexico.
Quite. But like I said, short and sweet.
Okay.
You got that one down?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. Statement number 2. The E39 BMW 5 Series was not actually available in red.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be weird, but okay.
And statement
Okay.
number 3. The Dacia Spring is the slowest accelerating car, new car currently available in the UK.
Well, he would know.
Well, or would he?
Or maybe not.
Mm.
Okay. Well, as you say, they are short and sweet, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Okay.
Now, unpick.
Yeah, indeed. Let's take these in order then.
Mm-hmm.
So Chrysler in the 1960s built a car that would run on tequila. I mean, some tequilas are quite potent.
Awfully potent, I've heard.
Indeed. So I can believe that it would be possible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you didn't say if this was a production car, or if it was an experiment, or if it was an accident.
I didn't say any of that because I don't have any of that. I got provided with these.
Okay. Because I can't remember the name of it, but I think Jay Leno's got that Chrysler turbine car. I think Hoovy might have one as well. Well, I might be confusing that with something else, but I'm pretty sure Jay Leno has one. It's orange in his collection, and I seem to recall him explaining that it can run on all kinds of things, including a potent beverage.
I see.
So
okay.
I quite like that. But I don't think, if that is the vehicle I'm thinking of, I don't know if it's they didn't build it specifically to do that. It just so happens that it can.
Okay.
Okay. BMW E39 5 Series not available in red. That would be very strange.
Stranger things have happened, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one, isn't it?
Would be very strange. It being red, being one of the most popular car colours of any make.
It did well. I don't disagree. I suppose it's that difficult thing of going, well, you go E39, and when it was in production, you go, we were in the era of resale silver. We started getting to that time of car sales going,
True.
no, let's not bother with colour. I mean, and let's face it, that's when it started. I mean, it's a lot worse now.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit better. I mean, I think you're beginning to see a bit more colour.
Yeah, I suppose there was a real dip, wasn't there? Probably maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
When you used to, like, when you could actually still hold a brochure and skim through it, and you go, oh, they don't appear to have done any colours.
I think it was when everybody was financing cars and they were buying cars, and the resale value after a few years was very, once the financing had reached a point where you couldn't afford it anymore and you were going to need to sell it on, you think, oh, I really like the yellow, but what if nobody else does? I'll get the grey.
Yeah, that does happen. I mean, and
that was a thing. I'm sure it was.
Yeah, that definitely happened, and that when that started, that was a miserable time. I mean, and you make a good point about grey. Can I just? We've probably mentioned it before, but I just want to get it out there. I am absolutely fed up with the fascination of Nardo Grey.
It's primer.
It
Is what it
is.
is.
It is. It's like, how on earth have you settled on that? Going, God, that looks good. You go, no, it looks shit.
It does. It does. You see this beautiful new Audi, and you think, well, they've forgotten to put the paint on it.
They've lacquered over the primer, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, they have. You forgot the middle bit.
Yeah, I just and it's spreading onto other other manufacturers now. And there you go. Why have we arrived at this point? Why are cars now grey? What and
I know.
and in the cars that we were just discussing, then it was at least metallic. This is nothing. This is flat grey.
Yeah, it is awful. And flat colours are awful to look after. They're a nightmare to polish, and just you can't. They're horrible to look after. There are some detailers that won't touch them because they're just so difficult to work on.
I just we have digressed there, but I mean it was a good rant. It was important, I think.
It was an important rant. Rant.
Well,
a rant is a very posh rant.
Yeah, we like that.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay.
We went down the grey rabbit hole there. I apologise.
So we did, but was the E39 5 Series not available in red? I'm not sure I believe that one.
Okay. I'm almost certain it wasn't available in Nardo Grey.
No, fortunately not. Fortunately not. But you were right to point out it was the era of boring colours.
I just did it. Because I'm allowed to. I just did a quick Google on an E39 Nardo Grey, and some people have painted them.
Oh no!
One of the best 5 Series, and you bloody ruined it. Again, sorry, terrible. We digress.
We do digress. Dacia Spring slowest accelerating car in the UK. I don't know that.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised. But the E39 5 Series, and just to clarify,
I mean, I can clarify as much as I can.
5 Series. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me ask, and you can not answer if you don't know or not, or you can't. 5 Series as a whole, you're not just talking about touring or M Sport or a particular spec.
No,
all 5, the whole range.
I'm reading it out as I've got it here, so that to me implies the range.
I just don't believe that. I just don't believe it, because I'm sure I've seen the E39 5 Series in red. Yeah, I just don't believe that. Dacia Spring slowest accelerating car in the UK. I think that's very plausible. I don't know it for a fact. I can't imagine. I mean, it's not a performance car, is it?
No.
It's an EV, though.
Yeah.
And they are fast.
Yeah, that's the. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Well, I don't know why I'm trying to help, but I'm just going to shut up. That's probably easiest.
Probably. Because
yes,
I struggle with that because it's an EV, and EVs are fast. Unless they've deliberately limited it.
That would be daft.
That would be odd. Or they've used. I mean, I know Dacia don't use the latest technology. That's how they keep the prices down. But even so, it's still an EV, and EVs are fast. All EVs are fast. It's just inherent in the technology.
Instant talk, I hear.
Exactly. Well, you've driven a few EVs, you know.
I have now, yes. I'm an aficionado, you know.
Yes. Yes, you've driven 2 Teslas, in fact.
2 Teslas and, as it happens, 1 Dacia Spring.
Yeah, well, there you are.
Mm.
So I struggle with that as well. So I think, okay, so where am I at? I'm pretty confident number 1 is true, although the wording of that is interesting, you see. Actually built a car. Can you just give me the exact wording of the statement again,
Yeah,
please?
of course, yeah. Chrysler built a car in the 1960s that could run on tequila.
That could run on tequila. Right, thank you. That's the critical word I was looking for. In that case, I am pretty certain that is true.
Ooh. Locking it in.
And I think it's the turbine car that Jay Leno has one of, and possibly Hoovy, but I'm not sure. Jay Leno certainly has one.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that is true. It wasn't built to run on tequila, but it could run on a number of volatile fluids.
I see. I see.
Now, E39 5 Series not available in red. You see, I just don't believe that can be true. I just don't believe that can be true. And E39, let me just be certain I've got the E number correctly.
That's correct, yes.
E39, yes, it's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
In red, I just don't believe that. If the Dacia Spring is the accelerating car in the UK, even though it's an EV, that means it's an EV that's slower than some piston cars. I guess
let's be clear. It's not just slower than some piston cars, it's slower than all of them.
All piston cars. I don't expect it to. It's not a performance car. I don't expect it to have a blistering 0 to 60, but slowest accelerating car in the UK, or currently on sale in the UK, I should say. Accelerating new car currently on sale in the UK. See, I'm not happy with that either, but I'm so surprised about the E39 not available in red. Although I'm struggling with believing the Dacia Spring, I even more struggling with the E39 not being available in red. Oh, it's between these two.
It is. Well, you've all but locked in the Chrysler, so that's.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay,
I'm happy with that.
So it's definitely between these two.
True or false?
Yeah.
Definitely between these two.
I feel for you because they're both stupid.
Yes, they are, but one of them must be true unless there's been an enormous cock up.
If there's an admin error, then I am assigning blame immediately.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, our contributor has failed if that is the case, but I'm sure it's not.
No, I'm not too worried about that.
Oh God, I've got to choose, haven't I? So
yes, you do need to shit or get off the pot, I'm afraid.
Well, that's an unfortunate phrase, particularly today. Let's see here. I just don't believe it. Okay, I am going to say Chrysler, well, as I already have, Chrysler is true. BMW is false, and Dacia is true.
Locked in.
I would say Dacia is false as well, but obviously I have to choose one of them.
Yeah. That's fair.
I
That's
just
fair.
cannot believe that BMW would sell a car and not available in red. It's one of the most popular colours. No, true, false, true. That's
True,
lock it in.
False, true, lock it in. So
let's go for it.
Now,
let the chips fall where they may.
Quite. So, has Phil done you a favour, or has he done me a favour? Are we 11-9 or are we 11-10? Well, I can reveal here and now that Phil has done you a favour. You are correct. So
I just couldn't believe that they wouldn't sell the 5 Series in red. It just seems so ridiculous.
So it was incredibly rare.
Okay.
So you will be hard pushed to find any 39 in red. They are not frequent. It was from that era of fairly boring colours. Well, when the era of fairly boring colours started, there's a lot of silver metallics or blacks or greys. There's a lot of sort of middle of the road boring resale colours. However,
to be fair, if you search for most BMWs, you will find a sea of boring colours.
Yeah, you really are going to struggle to find a decent, strong colour. On an E39. So just for clarity, the E39 was available with 4 reds, none of them popular. So Imola red, which is the most striking. So you can find that on some M5s. And other reds, Calypso red metallic, Sienna red metallic, and Canyon red metallic.
I've heard of Canyon red. Yeah,
that is quite a BMW colour. Yeah, but yes, you ain't going to find one easily. But yes, they are out there.
Rare, but not non-existent.
Quite.
Okay.
And to go onto the Dacia Spring, they've got a couple of variants, but the 45 is indeed the slowest accelerating car available to buy. 0 to 60 or 0 to 62, whatever they measure it in. I think it's the 62. Is 19.1 seconds.
Oh my word!
Oh yeah.
How have they made it so slow?
I don't get that. That's really weird.
It's an EV. How is it? That's got to be. They're either using appalling motors, or that's been deliberately limited in the software.
So let's face it, the 45 is, like I said, it's got the 19.1 seconds, but in terms of old school power output that we understand, it's got 44 brake horsepower.
Right, so that's kind of what the number means.
Yeah, so it not quite, but close enough.
Yeah, that's not very much.
No. So they're basically saying it was designed to specifically be the budget city car with minimal performance.
Yeah, I get that. That's absolutely a market for it. I'm not knocking it. But that for an EV, that is really slow.
Just for clarity, Phil does not have that model. He has the faster one.
No, he has the Okay. Good.
There you go. So
and the Chrysler, was I correct?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Well,
of course.
I know I was correct.
But you are.
Was I correct for the right reason?
Yeah, you were bang on. It was the turbine.
Right. I thought so.
Sorry. Yes, I forgot about that. We'd
That's
taken that one as read.
We just took that for granted that, oh yes, he's absolutely spot on, so we don't need to explore that any further.
So it could. So it was powered by what they called the A831 turbine engine, and it could operate on diesel, petrol, kerosene, jet fuel. Leaded gasoline, however, could damage it, so be mindful of that. Always unleaded if you're going to fuel your Chrysler turbine.
I'll be careful with my turbine, yeah.
But according to Chrysler, it could burn on a variety of unusual fuels, furnace oil, perfume, peanut and soybean oils.
Wow.
And one of the former presidents of Mexico ran one on tequila.
Of course he did.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I do. I remember. I can remember the episode that Jay Leno did about his, and I'm sure he mentioned that it could run on a variety of flammable fluids. I mean, a turbine was quite a thing at the time, wasn't it? Because Rover did a turbine car as well.
Yes, they did. They even
was
raced
considerably
one.
less glamorous than the Chrysler.
They even raced one at Le Mans.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. You got me doubting myself now. Turbine car.
Wasn't it a P4? Was it a P4?
No. Oh, I know what you mean. The road one was sort of based on that, yes, but the racing car was not, obviously. But yes, no, I was right. I've just checked myself and gone, oh, I'm sure we've discussed it before. I've talked myself out of it, but no, it did enter Le Mans.
Right,
it wasn't
very good.
particularly successful.
Wasn't the plan for the P6 originally for it to be a turbine engined car?
That does sound.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, but they dropped it fairly soon into development and decided to go with a V8 instead, or at least have the option of a V8. But I'm sure the P6 was originally going to be made as a turbine car, turbine engined car. Yeah,
you are.
And there we are mentioning Rover P6s again. You see?
Oh, we did. That's right. You don't have to shoehorn it into the end because we got it in early.
No, I got it in early this week. There we go. You see,
well done,
lovely and legitimate connection this time.
Oh yeah. This isn't shoehorning. That was genuine segues. Perfect. Very good.
Oh well, I have to say I'm delighted with that. That's excellent. I'm giving you a run for your money at the moment.
So we've heard. I think Phil's going to be cross.
Thank you, Phil. Which he's going to be he's going to be cross because it didn't work.
Yeah, so on both counts because he thought he'd foil both of us, but he didn't. Sorry. Try again.
He only foiled you. Yeah, there you are. You see.
Oh dear. So that's fine. We can. I'll await Tuesday's message from him and go, oh bloody hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
For the same reason, actually, I just happen to know something. That's the trouble with this game.
Oh yeah. You don't stand a chance if that's the case.
No.
So, housekeeping first off.
Oh.
Browsing. How's it going? Any close to trigger pulling?
Oh well, I don't know. It's browsing is occurring. I did spot one that I was looking at the weekend, which I did tell you about, but for the benefit of our dear listener, XK 2003 XKR convertible, British Racing green, black interior, full service history, quite high mileage on it, 187,000. Quite a keen price, good price. with a dealer who will deliver. Saw that. In fact, I should furnish you with a link, shouldn't I? Really?
Yes, because you've told me about it, and that's
do
about
that. Yeah. Let me just find that. But in terms of doing anything about it, no, not really. As is the way. Let me. Still having a look. Here, there it is. Just other stuff going on, really. But let me fire that in your direction. There you are.
There it is. I mean, I will accept a hint of other things going on.
Yeah, I think you should.
but only to a point.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah. That's all right, isn't it?
Oh well, yes. Some would say spot on, spec-wise.
Yes, some may say that. It is a really nice spec, actually. Yeah, the green and the black interior and the nice wheels.
Yes, they were a paid upgrade from the factory. It also has another paid upgrade in that the seats are Recaro. They're not the standard ones. They were an upgrade option. So nice whoever spec'd that brand new had a few extras on it.
No, that's nice. It's probably the most sort of detailed look I've ever had at the someone's bothered to put the rear seats in decent photographs. And having the fancier front seats has made those rear seats virtually inaccessible.
They're pretty inaccessible anyway, to be fair. They're not.
It has made it slightly worse.
You're not doing much with those rear seats. You can do a rear seat delete on those and turn it into just a sort of area to put bags.
Oh, lobby bag. Yeah. I can see that.
You can do a rear seat delete on those, which I would consider, I think, because they are pretty pointless.
Yes.
Unless you have a young child in a child seat, which we don't anymore, they're pretty pointless. You'd never get a real person back there, so I would be tempted to do a rear seat delete, I think.
Yes, a bit of a squeeze, to say the least.
Yes.
But yes, I digress. But yes, that is a lovely spec. Yeah, I could see that.
It's a rather lovely price as well.
Yes. Well, that makes it a bit more interesting, doesn't it?
It's high mileage, but it's just like, as you say, it's if I was going to spec one, as if I was ordering new, it could well turn out like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, very nice.
So that's the current favourite, but you never know. We'll see.
Yeah. There's time yet, isn't there? But yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I will keep prodding. I'll be honest, because
I'm prepared.
You need to be in one of those fairly sharpish, if you ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you. But
well, unfortunately, I'm here and I've got opinions, so I'm poised.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well aware of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Always ready. Okay, that's good. Right. All right. I'll keep nudging, because we don't want this to become another MX-5 issue, do we?
Okay. Well, well, I came good on that in the end.
When you can measure it in years, it's not brilliant.
Okay.
There we go. Right. Oh dear. Right. Okay. I think we need to get genuinely serious now, don't we?
There is something to discuss that is quite serious. Yes.
Yeah. I can't even make any particular jokes about this, because it's in terms of being close to home, we know people affected by it.
We do.
The JLR saga rumbles on, and not in a particularly good way if you read the news.
No, not at all.
So we've had various stories this week that have just sort of dribbled in day by day, and one interesting one that came in yesterday, I believe, which would have, for the benefit of listeners, that to us that would have been the 16th of September, and that was that JLR had supposedly told suppliers that production at its factories would not resume until the 24th of September at the earliest, following the cyber attack issue that happened on the 1st of September. But there are other people in the industry that, and sources here, there, and everywhere, that actually they're a bit concerned that the 24th of September might be a bit of an ambitious date, and they're actually sort of tentatively throwing around November.
Yeah.
Not so good.
Yeah. That's a long time to be shut down.
Yeah.
And not manufacturing anything.
But just to be clear, that November date that's external places saying that. That's not JLR. I think they've gone as far as to say that's speculation. Please do not listen to that.
Okay.
So this
it's a worry, isn't it?
It is a worry, and there are some potential knock-on effects that we've also been reading in the news, that was reported slightly earlier than that one we just said about, with the dates confirmed, that there are, because of the supply chain, some of the smaller companies, there's another report coming out that some companies could genuinely face bankruptcy.
Oh, it won't take long for a small business that's built around one major client, which is very common, probably far more common than people realize. It will not take long. In a small business, cash is everything. And if that stops, I mean, you would hope they have contracts. But if those, either they don't, or the contracts are not honored, although then you're into a legal situation. But it won't take long.
No,
I mean, with potentially within a month, those businesses could have problems.
The smaller companies that are just utterly reliant, as soon as they got a JLR contract, you go, well, that's them made, but that also could break them in this particular instance.
Yeah, absolutely. If that stops overnight, as this kind of has, there's no amount of planning or forecasting or preparing you can do for that. If they're gone, they're gone, and that will be it. And they might have some cash reserves to weather the storm for a little while. But if we're talking about the length of time, well, that it's already been, along with what it may continue to be, then that a lot of them will probably have problems. Yeah,
which is kind of backed up by the news article that's come out today, suggesting that Unite have supposedly said anyone in the supply chain should start their applications for universal credit now. Right, that's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement, and possibly, well, that would suggest they know that some of them aren't going to survive already.
So, I mean, Unite were genuinely concerned, and they said that the people on the ground, the workers, must not be the ones paying the price for this. because these obviously aren't people who work for JLR. These are people further down the food chain who are supplying JLR,
who work for smaller businesses that supply JLR. Indeed, of which there will be thousands.
Yeah, and as we said, they just do not have the capacity to deal with an issue of this magnitude.
Well, very few small businesses would.
No, well, exactly. It's one of those things. You have to assume, like some of the smaller ones in the supply chain, the JLR thing must be pivotal to their existence.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a worry that's coming from one of the bigger unions.
Quite.
It must be quite serious for them to have come out and said that. They must feel that some of these businesses are not going to survive. And it won't take long for some of those businesses to get in real trouble. As you pointed out when we were chatting about this off air, modern manufacturing very much runs on just-in-time deliveries, which means there's no stocks, there's no you can keep delivering and we'll put it in the warehouse. There is no warehouse. They deliver boxes of components which go straight onto the production line. There's that's what, for those that don't know, that's what just-in-time delivery is, and most car plants now run on that basis.
Yeah, it's very worrying, and like we said previously, it's like this. I know we've chuckled about Jag and cars made in the Midlands and all that, but this is genuinely an issue here.
Yeah, it is.
We hope that they can get it sorted.
Yeah, not only because we have a certain love for the brands, but it's the it's the people and it's the country as well. This is a big employer. This is one of our biggest companies.
Yeah, it's a big employer, and if we then start factoring in the supply chain, we're into six figures of jobs.
Yeah, major job losses.
Yeah,
at a time when the country is not exactly booming to begin with, when the world is not exactly booming.
Yeah, it's all timing's everything, and it's really shit on this particular one.
Have we heard anything on the subject from Tata? I don't think we have we?
I don't know if we have. I'm just, let me have a quick skim, because I kept a few of the news articles open.
Because they must be keeping a finger on this.
Yeah, you'd have thought that'd be somewhere near the pulse, wouldn't you? I am skimming. I cannot see any bloody reference, which is no, not in that one.
Because if they chose to, surely they could make this go away, make this problem go away.
I've got one article here which refers to Tata, but all it says is it just refers to the fact that it's owned by them, and no real insight into whether they're stepping in, assisting, hands off. I mean, if these articles are to be interpreted in any way, it's a case of not only are they hands off, they are tight-lipped.
Well, I mean, tight-lipped is one thing, but I mean, hands off. I mean, they own it. They can't be completely hands off.
But there's absolutely no reference to them directly in any of the 6 articles I happen to have open in my browser for reference this evening.
No, I haven't seen anything either suggesting that they might step in and bail it out or do something else.
I've been searching a few more, but yes, it doesn't appear to be any statements or anything from them. So worrying.
Well, I think it is worrying. We feel very much for everyone who both works at JLR and everyone in the supply chain. We genuinely hope this can get sorted out somehow. And for all the troubles that JLR have had and the questionable rebranding of Jaguar to be taken down by some deliberate external malicious action, would be awful and should not be allowed.
No,
so
yeah, it's dodgy. Like you said, we've had the oddness of the Jaguar rebrand, but we've said previously the LR bit of it still going strong.
Yeah, well, profits into the billions.
Yeah, but something like this could really get in the way of that. So they need. I'm really hoping they get on that and get it back to where it needs to be.
Well, I think I think even if you looked at it purely from a financial point of view, I think with the kind of profits they were talking about into the billions, and that profit was an increase on previous years.
Yep.
So things were actually getting better. I think Tata would be justified in helping it out if it had to, because it is making money and it's making more money year on year. So I think it would be, a safe. I think their money would be safe if they decided to bail it out. I'm just kind of surprised we haven't heard anything about that.
It's just difficult, isn't it? Because the odd absence of fact here is that, well, is it just a money thing to bail out, or is it? We don't know enough about the situation. Maybe it isn't a monetary issue that's blocking getting going again.
Well, as we touched on, if they're talking about major systems damage, loss of data, loss of infrastructure, then yeah, it's not a financial issue. There has been talk of a data breach, I believe.
Yeah, the wording was quite interesting, but yes, I think the interpretation would be some form of breach.
Yes, potential loss of personal information. So, yeah, but you would have thought, even looking at it from our perspective as technology people, you would have thought that by now the system could have been rebuilt and made functional again, even if it didn't have all its historical data. I mean, surely it could be put back in a position where they could manufacture. But I don't know. I mean, I guess we're speculating.
We are.
Now. We don't. We can only go by our knowledge of infrastructure, which is not inconsiderable. But it's surprising it's taking this long. But then you compare it to Marks and Spencer, and the damage it did to them.
Yeah, that took a little while, didn't it? So okay.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to have to take it episode by episode at the moment and report back again next week, aren't we?
Yeah, and we wish everyone involved well, and I think it would be devastating if something were to happen to JLR. So let's keep our fingers crossed that this can be sorted out.
Yeah, let's do that, and let's hope that when we press the record button next week, we can actually bring some good news, or at least a glimmer of hope on this particular one.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.